Hello and welcome to episode 6 of my project-based tutorial, making a game of Mastermind using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery. In this lesson, in last lesson, we realized as sweet as it's looking, it has kind of a, I guess we can call it a bug, just something that's not finished being programmed, really. I'm going to refresh this. Ideally, I put 4 colors in here. Well, I'll just do it. Ding, 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 ding. And I can't put anything in here. I hit submit, and now I can put stuff in here. Because the submit, if you recall, it takes the active class off of this row and puts it on this row. But the problem we found is if I hit submit again, it just took it off of this row and put it on this row. Or did it? I don't know. One of these rows has it. It's not that one. It's not that one. There we go. And I'll hit it a couple more times. It should be up here now. It doesn't even have to wait till there's 4. Well, obviously, because before. So that's the problem. The thing is we want to wait for it to have 4. Well, the thing about hitting this submit button, we couldn't hit it if it was hidden. So what we want to do is hide it until this is 4, then it appears. We press submit, and then we hide it again. And then we can't press it we can't press it when there's only one thing clicked because it's not going to appear yet. It's not there to click. So right away, if we just set that thing with the default of hide, that would solve a lot of it. Well, the first row. So I'm going to get rid of some of this little house cleaning, extra lines. I commented that out, that console log, get rid of that. Okay, nothing else jumps out at me. Okay, so right when this thing loads up, we're going to hide it. jQuery's got a cool way of doing that. It's called hide. You just grab the name of the thing you want to hide and you hide it. What is the name of the thing we want to hide? We can do the button container, the submit button. I'm thinking we just need to do this. So I'm going to grab that, Command C, go over to here, and do the jQuery thing to it. Submit button, dot, hide. Wow. Is it really that easy? Let's refresh it. Okay, it's hidden. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course it didn't come back because we never said it could come back after 4. So that's the next step. We need something to count how many clicks we have here. So what are we going to call those things? We have to give them a name. Let click count. How's that? Count. And it's equal to 0. And it's going to go up with every click, and it's going to reset itself to 0 after 4, or something like that. So when we click a guest peg, if it's active, do all this, and while you're at it, click count plus plus. And then let's check it. So we just added to the click count. If. Now we don't have to reset it back to 0 after 1. It's going to go off at 4, and it's going to go off at 8, and it's going to go off at 12. We'll do it 2 ways. Let's see. So if click count, remember it's the triple equals. If it equals 4, then what are we going to do? Well, that thing up here we did, this is line 46 we're going to come back to, where we did this. Command C, line 46. I'm so glad I said that out loud. Command V. And all I was just going to do is say show. This is only going to work for the first one. Oh, actually, if right here, we show it and then we take this and set it equal to 0 again. Well, heck, is it that easy? There's probably a thing or two we still have to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it appears. And I click it, and I clicked it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Submit, submit, submit. Okay. Well, so after I click the submit button, one of the first things it should do is hide itself again. Because it worked here, but then, we were able to do it again. So where do we have it when I click that submit button? So all of this happens, and then this is line 27 I'm going to come back to. And then we're going to redo this. Command C, line 27, not actually, Command V. So that when you click the submit button, it does all the stuff, and then it hides itself again. Let's test that. Oh, we got you guys. There's that. Submit, and it's hidden again. So I can't click anywhere, but I could click these guys. And then it comes back again. Submit. Was it really that easy? Wow. Well, then I'm going to do something. Oh, I just unhid that. Submit. Now, that wasn't good. Because I shouldn't be able to, that shouldn't happen. So what happens is, remember when we unclick it? We click it, and if it's already there, it unclicks, or something like that. We remove the peg. Well, when we remove the peg, we need to make this thing count down, because it counted up when we put it in, count down when we remove it. So where did I have that? I think it's somewhere over here. If the number equals 1, I think, and this was our little thing for, look at I'll comment. Insert peg. Remember I talked about self-documenting code? Well, number equals 1 doesn't say it. If I had a Boolean there that said like peg inserted, then I wouldn't have to comment this. Peg inserted equals true, otherwise, but it didn't. So this is peg removed. So when that happens, we're just gonna count down. Click count minus minus. Now, it happens to me. Maybe it happens to other programmers that I think I know exactly where it is because I'm remembering, and it's not. An aside, this B ground, I'm going to come back to that as soon as I test this and fix that. Ground. I think that's supposed to say background, not background. Okay. So we're this 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to reset that because there's something else going on there that I'm going to have to check for. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. Okay, that part worked. But what about, and we just caught this, there's nothing here, and there's nothing selected, so this can only happen on this very first row. Watch this border here. It just grew. Okay. We have to set it up so, and this is only going to affect the very first try, because after, well, I guess it wouldn't now. Now I can do it to that one. But once I hit a color, there's never one of these that's not selected, because to unselect that, I reselect something else. So we're going to make it so that you cannot you cannot put something here until this is selected, until there is a selected. Okay. So what's the initial state of it? The is selected equals false. I'm going to put that right here. Let is selected equal false. This is called the Boolean value. And is it selected or is it not selected? It is selected is false, so that means it's not selected. And so this is very common to say is, when you start with an is, it's going to be a Boolean. It's part of the self-documenting code theory. Is selected. Is it selected, yes or no? So when does this come into play? Well, the selector inner, when we select, what do you know? None of this can happen unless select peg is true. But where does it become true? So first we're going to prevent this one happening. And I'm going to insert some code here. If command X, command V, and then I want to indent these. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to hit command close bracket, and it indents it all together. If is selected. So only do this, only do all of this stuff if is selected is true. Now where does it become true? Well, remember when we selected the selector inner, when I hit the selector inner, it becomes true. Is that right? It gives this a blue background. If okay, yeah, it's just right here. Once I collect the selector inner, there's something selected, and it's never going to be unselected. So is selected equals true. Let's test that. So before, well, let's just test it. One, come on. Oh, look, it won't let me click it. Because remember before these were getting fatter? Let's see if I select something. Now can I do it? Yep. Whew. And there's one other thing I said. There was that, it said B ground. It's supposed to say B ground. And the reason, I think somewhere up here, there it is. And the reason I didn't catch my typo later is because you know how I always do Command C? So I brought my typo with it. So it probably will work, but it just makes it less readable. So do you remember Command F? Find B ground. Replace. I'm just going to go type it. I'm going to put a D there. Find the next one. Come on, man. Find. Escape. Command F. B ground. Find. Is there not really another one? I don't believe you. Because you said there used to be two. Command S. Command F. Find. One of one. Oh, maybe it replaced it because I did hit that replace button. B ground. Okay, let's look for this. Command F. One of those. Have I made my life harder? I can go back to where I thought it was. Let's see if this works. It was the background of this. Let's just refresh it. Yeah, whatever I did there, I find and replace trick. Beware. Remember when I click this again, it should go away? It does not. I'm going to hit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this thing. I'm going to hit Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Okay. Then it brought me here. So this was supposed to undo everything I just did. All those find and replace or find and do nothing to apparently. I click that, I put it there, click it again, it disappears. Okay, let's do this again. Command F, don't hit this replace thing. Just put bground, and it's found two. Find them. One's on line 54, we're gonna put a D there. Find the other one. It's there. Put a D there, Command S. These little tools make your life easier, but if you don't know how to use a tool right, you can mess stuff up. So play with them. So let's refresh it again. I click that. Can I erase that? Yep. Okay. All is good. Wow. Usually my lessons are a lot longer than this, and that's everything I wanted, even with the bug fix, even fixing the bug fix the slow way. So let's talk about what we're going to fix next. As I'm guessing, these colors, what's the point of doing this? Remember, there's supposed to be hidden colors in here, but we don't have any hidden colors in there. We never set them up. And we're not actually going to have colors in there. We're going to have numbers. So instead of comparing this red to this red, we'll say, hey, a red's a 1, so how many 1s do you have in here? We're not actually going to see the 1s. We're going to see the colors. So I guess the first thing we're going to do next lesson is pick the answer array, and we're going to put 4 numbers between 0 and 5. And then we're going to give these a value of 0 to 5 so we can compare them. And then we're going to compare them and put the results here. That sounds like it might take more than one video. Well, that is it for now. I'll see you in episode 7.